Good day. If I make you sleep, please forgive me. I've been driving from Lesotho. And I was hoping to see the sun, because since I left the whole month, I haven't seen the sun. I got here and there was no sun. I said, maybe is it bad luck or is it my luck? So, my name is Basil. The surname is Chaza. Bit of a background about me. Grew up in Davidton, born and bred in Davidton. The only thing that I was familiar with is the sound of a rifle and fire everywhere. If you see a tree, you must bend it. If you see plants, you must walk over it. Up until I joined the South African Scout Association, and then I started to learn about the environment. Then I realized that what I was taught and what I grew up with was not the real thing. The real thing is to protect, conserve. Since then, I fell in love with the environment, and I've been involved in it from that moment up to now. A number of things that I do. I provide training in environmental education, as well as getting involved in organizations. In Pretoria, I work with an organization called EcoCare Trust, focusing on water conservation. Those are the things that we are doing up until I met Anne, and then she introduced me to Conservancy. And I took that interest, and we look at one of the areas that we can deal with in Davidton, and we picked up the wetland, the Blesbokspruit side of it. It's been a journey up to date. A journey in a sense that when you're in a township, the dominating space is politics. If you are not politically aligned, you won't make it. And if you are politically aligned and you are not connected to certain people, you're still not going to make it. And if you are aligned to those, yet you are not inclined with the policies or connected to officials in the department, still not going to make it. So my journey, it's basically in a situation of a gentleman who had a vision. And his vision was basically to take his bed from Benoni to Delaware. And he only had a dance. You know those old ones? No, the old ones. The real old ones. And along that, he didn't have a rope. He only had extra 3 threads. So what he decided, he invited them after work, gentlemen, I need to get my bed to my house. At least my wife will have a bed to sleep. So everyone got into the car, the bed on top, everyone holding side by side. Here they are, traveling. Along that journey, please bear with my story. Along that journey, the weather changed. It started raining. Remember now, windows are open, holding the bed, driving. The vision is what? To get the bed at home. It's raining, hands getting tired. Couldn't be worse. Tire went flat. Somebody needs to stop, getting out, looking for the jack. It's there, but there is no wheel span. The vision is what? To get the bed home. So they struggle along the way, get the tire fixed, get inside the car, traveling again. One gentleman said, hey dude, my hand. They need to change. As they swap, they realize there's only one driver with the license. So basically, only 3 can change. The driver has to remain. His hand is tired, he has to change, controlling, it's raining, it's all of those things. Cutting my story short, that's how we have been with this Etwatwa Scouts Conservancy. I have people that joined me, they left. I had politicians promise me support, they left. I had department officials committing, they left. The driver is still holding that bed, staring. It's still raining, it's still hard. So we've gone up to that far that we've realized that, because let me start by saying we had a plan of getting schools coming to the site, visiting, we teach them. And before that, we had a plan of training young people to become facilitators so that they can take young people through the program. So we were promised this and that and that. And when time comes, they look at it. By the way, what's your name? No, come next week. Submit the proposal. It's been all of those things. In the meantime, the wetland, it's been damaged. There's a lot of things. But then we realized that we needed to come up with a new strategy. The strategy was to change the attitude of the community. If you change the attitude, you then change their behavior towards the environment. And what I did, I started entering again into those departments, submitting proposals. Now, when you submit the proposal, they look your proposal and they say, what is the budget? You give them the budget, they look at the budget, okay, it's 100 rands. Then you ask and say, how much am I getting in these 100 rands? Now, I've budgeted for 100 for it to be used for the activities. When I was budgeting, you were not part of that. Then they said, no, go and review it. Make sure that we are part of it. You go and review it, you make them to be part of it. After they've approved it, they want 90% of it. So those have been the journey. Up until I said, whoa, stop, bus, let's see how we do this. I then started going into the mayor's office, sitting there, saying, you know what, up until you give me this, I'm not leaving this office. And if your bodyguards, they have to drag me out and throw me out, tomorrow I'm coming back, I'm going to do the same up until you give me what I want. Then they said, okay, what do you want? I said, what I want to do is to train young people. Young people that can go to communities, talk to communities, educate them about all types of environmental issues. They said, okay, let's do that. We started piloting that. And today I can say to you, between the city of Ikuruleni and the city of Johannesburg, I've got 350 young people running in schools. We've managed to meet about 2,000 to 200,000 young people in community large, educating them. Lucky enough, they've approved the budget. They approved the budget, which was to the value of 5 million. We are starting the second phase in November, and we will be part of the C40 that will be taking place around November, whereby all big cities are meeting and discussing how they can best create a better environment, focusing on environmental issues. We've been invited to be part of that. So basically, what we have done is that we have left the wetland as it is, and we have started with people. We're educating people, informing people, capacitating them. Then after that, what we're going to do, we're going to develop the eco clubs, where we get them involved in those programs. Once they're involved in that, then we will start introducing them to the wetland, and then start giving them the sense of ownership, of owning that particular wetland. Because what we've realized, keep on inviting them, then you're telling them there is a fish here. Tomorrow, 100 people are there fishing. You talk about plants that are there, you're saying, you know these, if you cough, it can, I'm telling you, 200, they're digging it. So we've realized, you know what, let's stop. Let's stop and then come up with a new, different route. So basically, after the Datsun, with the driver, and we are traveling now with the Kumbi. At least the Kumbi, we are able to accommodate some few people. We've got some politicians that at least their mind, for now, you cannot trust politicians. For now, they are still sober. They are in the very same route that we are having. The unfortunate, in the department, the officials, you know, I hope one day South Africa will be okay. They appoint a person who is not qualified for the job to manage a department that has got specialists. When the specialist table the program, because he cannot read what is written, neither understanding it, he then declines everything. So we are currently having that situation to deal with a particular director who can be moved so that we can have the right person and who can understand what is happening. So with our Conservancy at this present moment, we are inside the township, educating, capacitating, and trying to make sure that each and everyone within the township it's in the very same combi with us. The achievement that we've done, as I indicated earlier on, the only thing that we know, the more there's fire, the more you find us. We have started a campaign which it's called Anti-Bonfire. Every December in Davidton, we identify a tree, we chop the tree, dragging it into the street. We identify an intersection, there's a tire, we dig the tire, we put that tree, put tires, put petrol, mid 12 o'clock, bend. So since we started learning and understanding environment, we started then a campaign that we need to do away with that. This is our 10th year that we've started that campaign, and it's going very well. Communities now, they are okay. Well, you still find them in certain corners, burning. Now at least SAPS and EMPD, the metros, they are with us. For the first time, I use a fire extinguisher, and I enjoy it. Like, you get there, like, got you. So we've achieved that. And part of our wetland, there was an informal settlement that has been there. Through fighting with the municipality, we've managed to send those guys, they call them red ant. Please don't stand those guys when they are coming your way. They are not friendly. We've managed to move that informal settlement and the wetland now. We are starting a process of rehabilitating it. So there is some good things that are happening through all of the struggle from Datsun to Ekumbi. Hopefully next time when I come, it might be a Porsche. Ladies and gents, that is me and our Conservancy at the present moment. Thank you.